where in this video we'll talk about complete path to financial freedom. Financial freedom actually has 8 steps. The path has 8 steps. Okay, so the first step is knowing have and need, like how much you need and how much you have. When you have more than what you need, you actually are financially free. Now, let's understand the real magic is in the need. It's the amount of money, amount of things you need is what will define how fast you'll be able to reach financial freedom. So need will be like the house or the kind of house you want to live, the car you want to have, the food you want to eat, education for the kids you want to give, or travel you want to do. All those things which comprise of what you really need to have in order to have a high quality of living will define how fast you'll become financially free. That's the first step in path of financial freedom, that you actually clearly define what you truly need. Make a note of everything. So create a list of all these things. Create a list of all these things which you actually need. That's the step two. Step one is actually knowing what you need. Step two is actually making a list of what you need. It's actually same step, but the step after is what will be the further steps. So this will be list two. List two is basically this: you made a list of all the things you actually need, and then after that you start removing things which you think you can remove without impacting the quality of life you want to have. So let's say you thought that, hey, I need to drive a Mercedes, right? But let's say the same quality, the same experience you can have with a Honda or with a Mahindra or with Toyota. That's actually significant different it's actually significantly cheaper in comparison to Mercedes, but the quality of life will not be so much impacted if in case that's how you think. Similarly, for a house, if you think, hey, I need like a 10-bedroom house, but let's say after deep reflection you came to understanding that 3-bedroom house will be also okay, then it actually will reduce the cost of your financial freedom. I hope you're making I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to explain. So number one, make a list of all the things you need. Number two, try to remove things which you can remove, or things you can do with a little bit lower version of it, or things which you think is not so important, by which you can replace or find a replacement of it, will define. It will be list two which will create out of list one. Like that will be a simpler version, or a more cost effective version of list one will be list two. Similarly, you can keep on doing this iteration for 3 4 times till the time you can see that, okay, I cannot make any more alteration in my list, and I have to stick with this list to live a life or live a quality of life which I want to live. So the first step is knowing what you need. Second step is creating a list and simplifying it, making it more uh, cost effective for yourself, because you want to reach financial freedom fast. So in order to do that, you need to make sure that you do it as soon as possible in as cost effective way as possible. It's like this: you're at point A and you go to point B, right? And you are trying to find a shortest and quickest and most cost effective way to reach to point B. And point B is a stage where you are financially free. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now let's go to the step third. Step third is final list which you have created, and that list is what you want to stick with, right? So step third is the final list you have created, and you want to stick with that list in terms of the kind of house, the kind of food, the kind of education, the car, the travel, everything which you need. You made a list of it, and then you want to say, okay, this is what I really need to have a quality of life I want to live in this earth. Okay, so once you have made a list, then you put a money dollar amount or the rupee uh, amount, whatever you say, right? You put a money dollar amount to it, right, or the rupee to it. This is the amount of money I would need on a monthly or yearly or in 10-year time frame. Generally, I keep it monthly because that's like a monthly. You have to first make a list of all the expenses, and then you have to arrange that expense in a way that it's in a monthly format. Like how much money I would need on a monthly basis to live a quality of life I want to live, right? So put a dollar amount, or put a money to it on a monthly or yearly basis. I would say monthly is better because that's how we generally calculate our expenses. So find that thing. So let's look into it one more time. So once you've made a list, you actually go and create money you would need to achieve that lifestyle, money you need to achieve lifestyle on a monthly basis. Okay. Now, so you have made a list and you have actually calculated the amount of money you would need to achieve that lifestyle and the amount of money you would need on a monthly basis. That's how we would like to calculate. Okay. After that, this is the most important thing. The most important thing. Now, let's say you have calculated that, hey, I would need like 1 lakh rupee per month, or I need like $4,000 per month. Let's say this is what your calculation says, right? Or 4,500, whatever amount is. Let's say you made a calculation that this is the amount of money I would need to actually have a quality of life I want to live. Then you will separate it from yourself. Let's understand this very clearly. Let's say you need, let's say you need 1 lakh per month, or you need like $4,000, because I'm doing for both North America and India, per month. Then you have to find a way that this amount of money is generated by something or by someone in which you're not directly involved. And how is it done? It's actually done through assets. This is like number fifth most important thing. Once you know how much money you need to separate yourself from that money. Means you don't have to work to earn that money. You have to come to a stage, you have to reach to a stage where this amount of money is coming to you from a source in which you're not directly engaged and involved on a daily basis. And it just comes to you automatically. That is what we call the cash flow coming into you, right? So that is the fifth stage where you have to clearly separate yourself from the source of cash flow. And how will you achieve, how will you create a system, or how will you create something that can actually give you consistent cash flow? And that is achieved by asset. An asset is anything. Asset is anything that gives you consistent cash flow. That gives you consistent cash flow. Anything which gives you consistent cash flow without you investing your time and energy. So the only condition is that you should not spend your time and you should not spend your energy after that thing or that asset which is generating you positive cash flow month after month. So if you're investing your time to make money, then you're defeating the purpose. So in order to be really financially free, you need to be investing in things which can give you positive cash flow without you even investing your time and energy after it. So what is an asset? There are a couple of asset class which I've written down here. Real estate, commercial real estate or residential estate. People actually put their houses on rent or commercial properties on rent. That's one way of generating consistent cash flow. Mind you, this is also needing a lot of investment, but that's where the thing is, you acquire assets in order to produce income. Number two is digital asset like your YouTube videos, your Instagram videos, anything which can give you cash flow without you working on it again and again. So you created a video once and it's producing you positive cash flow, producing you income every single month or at some frequent time. This can be an asset. Covered call ETF. This is where I invest my money. Covered call ETF is basically you buy a covered call ETF. It's an asset class which can give you consistent positive cash flow to your income and can cover your expenses because the cash flow generates. That's another way. So number four can be business where you are not working. So you own the business, but you actually just get the dividend, just get the profit, but you're not working on it. You have a system in place, you have people working for you, you're not engaged, you have managers, CEOs all working for you. This is something where a lot of big directors, a lot of big business investors and venture capitalists, I think, a lot of big people who actually have a lot of tons of money, they invest their money after businesses but don't monitor and they don't manage. They might monitor it, but they don't manage on a daily basis, but it pays them regularly. Or it can be dividend income, it can be royalties if you are creating music. So whatever it is, the fifth stage is separating yourself from the amount of money you need, and that money is generated from the asset um, which you have to acquire. It can be real estate, it can be digital asset, it can be covered call ETF, it can be businesses you own but you don't work on it. It can be dividend, it can be royalties. That's the fifth stage. Okay. Now let's move to the sixth stage. Well, after you have acquired, after you have acquired, or sorry, after you have clearly understood what is asset and clearly made a list of assets which which you can make a list of, you can understand and read. These are the asset class, right? Let's say you made a list of all those asset class, then you pick one asset. For me, I pick covered quality. I go deep into it. So now you can pick one asset class and go deep into it, right? Really go deep into it. So deep into it, what does it mean? It means that you know what is the regular market rate of that asset class, what is the yield, is how much income it can generate on monthly, or it can be generating on the yearly basis. Let's say you invest $10,000, and if the yield is like 10%, it means that it will generate you $1,000 in a year, and that will generate you close to $10 in a monthly basis, right? Close to $9 or $8, something like that. So you understand these things. What is the yield? How much it can generate you on a monthly basis, yearly basis. Number third is best time to buy. You have to go deep and study it really, really thoroughly to understand what is this asset class and is positive, what is negative, when to buy, when not to buy, and then build a circle, online and offline circle. You always are updated on the asset class. For me, I do a lot of covered call ETF, and for that, I actually follow a lot of YouTube channels. I read, I also self-analyze, but that's how I keep myself updated. So you have to be always in a circle where you're constantly learning what's happening in that asset class. You don't have to invest in multiple asset class. It's always good to have multiple asset class, but at least start with one asset class, and then you go deep into it, and then you get to know when is the best time to buy it. Because few months back, or in fact 1 month back, all the covered call ETFs were selling on discounts, like 20% discounts, sometimes 15% discount, because of the market crash because of tariffs, right? So it was the best time to buy a lot of asset class. So at that point of time, whatever money I had, I invested because I know the market will go up, and it will not only give me consistent positive cash flow, but also my investment will grow. So these are things to remember, because you will constantly learn about your asset class. And that's number six. Number seven, you start accumulating your asset after studying deeply, and start constantly monitoring it. And final stage will be stage 8, where you start getting earning from your asset. Let's say you bought covered call ETF. I'm taking this example because I am invested in covered call ETF. I know that's the asset class I want to invest. I invest in covered call, and it's giving me consistent earning every single month. What I'm doing right now, I am dripping it back. What does the drip means? It means that you are reinvesting whatever asset class you are buying. Whatever asset you buy, it should give you consistent monthly earning. Okay, monthly earning, and you should reinvest that money back into your asset class to create bigger asset for yourself, if in case you don't want to use that money, or you can use it for your expenses, to just use it for freeing your time and energy, if that's what you want. But most importantly, you should have a system in place that can give you consistent positive cash flow, so that you can actually get financially free. I hope you got the 8-step process which I use to get financially free. It starts from understanding your needs, making a list, simplifying your list, then allocating amount of money you would need to get financially free, then separate yourself from the asset, from the amount of money you need. Means you can separate yourself only by buying assets, make a list of all the asset class, then pick one asset class and go deep into it, and then start buying, accumulating. Then that asset class will give you earning, and then earning can be either reinvested, which is called drip, or it can be actually used to cover your expenses, cover your lifestyle, and give you time and energy. I hope this video helps. I hope this video gives you a clear 8-step process. So this is like, one more time I'm putting it in front of you. 8-step process. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, here. 8-step process. This is the, and then here 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I hope this video helps. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.